This video is separated into two major sections, one from the version 1.4 teaser and the other from the dev update released while I was editing this video. Kuro dropped an interesting teaser for version 1.4 and there seems to be a new character they've tried to blend in with the voices of all the characters.
I'm their leader. Attack the pot.
This is not the only Easter egg in this video though, so let's get into it. At the very beginning, we see some Wuthering Waves merch on the table, Changni and Jinshi splash art, a gull puff and more. There are various other plushies around the area, including one for Abby. We also see that this entire setup is a stage or props because the wall is not being a wall, and the direction of the exterior lighting changes. The pot plant with a tree as decoration is also a Chinese mahogany tree, which if you watch my Camellya prediction video, you'll know the flower of the Chinese mahogany, also known as the Tuna sinensis, has the same petals on Camellya's chest. This is also the direct translation of the name of her resonance ability from her CN post. We also see the loading screen when you first boot up the game with the two MCs on opposite ends. This then changes to a new loading screen with Metaphor, the moon, and a new black cat. We then enter the train, which we commonly see at the beginning of Elusive Realm runs. This is confirmation that Elusive Realm is returning for version 1.4. This is where we also get a teaser for the characters involved in 1.4. We can hear Lumi or Lumi's hamster saying "We promise we deliver."
We promise, we deliver.
Which is the slogan for Lolo Logistics. Yinlin says something feels wrong. Encore has some dialogue.
If you're not Cosmos' friend, I'll just go join the big bad team.
Hungli speaks about dreams.
Someone who knows they're dreaming is more dangerous, don't you think?
And Jeje is the last to speak about people's impressions of her workability.
Someone who knows they're dreaming is more dangerous, don't you think?
This accounts for every character on the poster except for Camellya and Rover. At the very beginning of this dialogue, we hear somebody say,
I'm their leader. Attack the pot. They're counting on me.
I've checked as many English voices as possible, and the only character that sounds similar is Nia, the Black Shores member we meet outside the port city at the beginning of 1.3's main quest.
I'm Nia, a bloom bearer from the Black Shores. Didn't expect to meet someone as important as you under these circumstances.
The only problem is, Wiki and Alto claim Nia and her team have fallen.
Along with the data, we've received some terrible news. The bloom bearers we sent to the port city Guishu, we lost them all.
So there are a few possibilities for this voice. This could be Nia in a flashback memory. Another possibility is a Black Shores member that was in a leadership position. There was mention of Rover's tail being Lady Flora in a hidden quest called The Hidden Treasure of Black Shores, where you open the mysterious door. The dialogue in the story mentions that Rover, Lady Flora, and Hoda had a crispy squab the first time they were all together. I can confirm that it's not Hoda's voice,
Time is running out. Hoda, my name is Hoda.
and not the Stellar Matrix Navigator either.
We, the Black Shores, always work together as a team.
This dialogue is a one-time thing, so if you have completed the quest, you cannot go back to the dialogue. And the last possibility is a completely new Resonator. I also listened to the Japanese trailer to confirm this voice does not match any playable characters. And lastly, we get some screen time with Camellya, and the comments and reactions on the video are quite entertaining. As the video closes, we get a chance to see Camellya's weapon, and this confirms that she is a sword user. I've mentioned this before Wuthering Waves released. There are some distinct differences between a broadblade and sword. Swords are gripped in two places, one on the handle and one under the guard. This means that the guards on swords are small and shorter to accommodate a character's hand placement, whereas broadblades have an extension of their guards since they are only held on the handle. And that is how I knew Jinshi's weapon was a broadblade as soon as Kuro posted this image before her drop marketing. Now let's talk about the new features coming to the game, and this is following the developer patch notes that just dropped. Not too long ago, made a video talking about the return of elemental reactions. Kuro have been reworking old mechanics to make them better after players' feedback from CBT1 and have reintroduced these reworks since release. I mentioned that we may see an update to the combat system with the features we once had like defense rate, crowd control and freezing, and Kuro has announced an all-new combat feature called Dream Link. While they haven't given any specifics, this may just be that update to make team comps better. In this event, you will unlock certain enhancements between your Resonator synergy when conditions are met. Another combat mechanic from the main event during 1.4 is called Elusive Sprint, where you enter a super speed state to attack enemies. The devs have said this is something similar to Lumi's kit. The best part is that after this main event ends, it will become a permanent event. The next amazing new feature coming to version 1.4 is weapon skins. Yes, we are getting weapon skins before any mention of a character skin. The main event we just spoke about will be giving the Somnaya Anchor weapon skin, which is for your sword. They'll also be providing a completely invisible and partially transparent skin for every weapon type, so your character looks as if they are only wielding an element. The last bit is just a few quality of life changes coming up. We can now see our wave plate count when logging in, so we don't need to open the map. We can also directly TP to tacit fields and claim double rewards with double the wave plate, reducing the number of times you need to do the challenge. Some echo upgrading enhancements are also coming to make the process faster, as well as picking up an echo now tells you the main stats it has. Lastly, you no longer need to leave Tower of Adversity to adjust your team lineup and characters. That is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you in the next video.